Grab your Vegemite sangers and get ready to sloop, slop, slap into Australia's awesomeness. Andy Rose meets Australia's only certified Lego professional. We go on an Aussie animal adventure with Lewis, Matilda, Hugo, Connor and Connor. And Max takes on a legendary boxer in an interview bout that really packs a punch.
G'day guys, what's up? Welcome to Juice TV. I'm your host Darcy and today we are celebrating the awesomeness of Australia. From beautiful coastlines, rainforests and deserts, there is something for everyone. And of course, you can't go past the tasty meat pies, lamingtons and Vegemite sangers. If I had to pick my favourite thing about living in Australia, it would be living in the country, on my farm, being able to do whatever you want when you want. Oh, did you hear that? That's the sound of our first Aussie fact coming through. Our population is over 24 million. Now that's a lot of people. Let's meet one of those 24 million right now. He's a professional in his field and he's the only one in Australia.
My name is Andy Rose and I love Lego. I'm getting inspiration from this cool model. How did they do that? Nice part use. Interesting.
The sticky uppy bits must be on the bottom.
I think you'll find they're called studs, and it's part of the snot technique, which stands for studs not on top.
Oh yes, the studs, right. How do you know that?
Because I created this Lego hospital model because I am the Brickman.
The Brickman is the only Lego certified professional in the Southern Hemisphere. He has mastered this highly sophisticated interlocking brick system, creating award-winning sculptures and amazing interactive exhibits.
How did you become a Lego pro?
So to be a Lego certified professional, there's no Lego university, so you can't go and study Lego anywhere, but you've got to be really good at maths at school. And then you can go to university and do a thing called industrial design, and then you can go and get a job at Lego.
How long did it take you to build the NASA spaceship?
So the rocket took me over 500 hours to put together, and it's so tall we have to have a crane to put our Lego together, which is pretty crazy. I did all the flamey bits at the bottom, and I did some bits of the boosters. Claire did the middle section, and Luke did the top bit.
Have you ever been to Lego World?
I sure have. Every year, there's many different Lego lands around the world, and every year we go to most of them to do some work on things. My favouriteest Lego land of them all is in a place called Florida. Do you know why? It's next to Disneyland. Ooh.
I'm not the only one here that loves Lego. The kids at the hospital are always building.
Who's better at Lego, girls or boys?
Girls.
Correct answer. What is the most common colour of Lego bricks? I'll give you a hint. Starts with Y and ends in L-O.
Yellow.
Why are they the most common colour?
Because it's a sun.
What colour are the dudes' heads and hands?
Because of the people.
That's right, you're very good at this game. All right, and of all of the Lego colours that I use in all of my big models, what's the most common colour that I use?
White.
Oh, awesome, give me knuckles.
I know that because I've looked of the spaceship and you used
yes,
a lot of white. Are you ready for my Lego challenge?
How hard is it?
It's pretty hard.
All right, I think I'm ready.
So, Okay, we have all of these Lego bricks, and we have to make a turtle in 30 seconds. But first, you need to close your eyes for 10 seconds before we start.
Okay, all right, you ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It sounds like I'm counting Lego. 6, 7, 8, 9. Say when. 10.
Okay, go.
Go.
Okay, we have 30 seconds. Start now.
Okay. So I need a turtle shell. I'm going to need some legs. Yeah. How many legs does a turtle have? I'm going to say 4. 4 legs for a turtle. And it has a neck. We're going to need a neck. And do they have a tail? Do turtles have a tail? All right, that'll have to do. All right, 4 legs and there's a neck. All right, done. So we have legs, a body, and the neck, and a little turtle tail. So that's my turtle. Where's your turtle?
Right here.
Oh, what?
This is the shell with the crystals. And
Wow.
here's her golden luxury tail.
Wow.
Here's the head with her beautiful eye makeup, and her name is Luxurious.
Oh, it's awesome. That's so not fair. I got beaten by like a 9-year-old.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for coming to the hospital today.
It's been my pleasure, and I've been totally whipped by a 9-year-old. Not cool. You're going to take my job, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm going to take Grumpy Cat, and we're going to run away because you've got, like, crazy skills better than us. See ya.
I'm Andy Rose, and that was Brickman. Bye!
Thanks Andy Rose and Brickman, that was awesome. I'm not into Lego myself, I'm more of a motorbike riding guy. You know what else I love? Well, you're about to find out.
He water skis, loves to run amok on his property, and is the ultimate people person. Making his hosting debut for Juice TV is 15-year-old Darcy.
My favourite hobby is pig chasing. I like doing it on the farm with my cousin Jack. If I could have anyone come to my birthday party, it'd be Matt Wright. He's the Australian Outback Wrangler. My favourite song is Hurricane by Luke Combs. Oh, you know what that means? Wombat poo is shaped like a cube. Cool. Well, we can't celebrate Australia's awesomeness without animals. Let's check some out right now.
G'day, I'm Lewis.
Matilda. Hugo.
Connor.
And Gunna.
We're heading into the wilds of Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary.
Teammate, Aussie, Cassie.
First up, koalas.
So this here is the lovely Spoon. He's probably everyone's favourite koala. He's so lovely. Did you want to give him a pat on his back? He is always up for a cuddle. So you want to give him a bit of a cuddle? He'd be about 7 kilos.
What koalas eat?
What do koalas eat? Koalas eat eucalyptus leaves. And they're actually pretty fussy. So they won't eat any old eucalyptus tree. They have favourites. So there's probably about 40 types of trees that they like to eat to death. Oh, well done. He's pretty heavy, hey?
Do they ever fall out of the tree?
Very rarely. They're very good at what they do, and as you can see, these claws, he's actually not hanging on very tight to you, he's very relaxed, but they hang on very tight and they go in the grooves of the bark. So they're very good at hanging on, even when they're sleeping. They're usually got their claws in. If you look here too, he's actually got 2 thumbs. See these 2 thumbs? Cool. So that acts as a really powerful clamp when he's climbing.
Is it true that baby koalas eat poo?
It is true, can you believe it? But we don't call it poo, we call it pap. It is poo essentially, but this pap is very runny and gooey, and it contains all the good bacteria needed for the little joey to be able to eat these leaves. So it's not born with it, and it has to get it from its mum. And the way it gets it is by eating its mum's pap or poo.
Are they nocturnal?
They're not classed as nocturnal, they just sleep a lot. So they rest and sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. So a lot of their time is spent sleeping, but they will be up during the day eating their leaf.
Do koalas do wheeze every single day?
Do they do wheeze every single day? Would you believe they don't do wheeze very often, but they do a lot of poos. They do almost about 200 poos a day. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It feel like soft, furry, nice carpet. But the hand on it feels so nice.
Now we're meeting some working dogs.
So these are our working dogs. What do they do?
Okay, working dogs, well, they've got that beautiful instinct to be able to muster stock. The working dogs just help us so much on our farms, that's all. We send them out to muster, and then when we get close to the sheds and the yards, they get them in there for us too. These two fellas, so Hunter's nearly 6 years old and Dusty's 3 years old, so they're both at the peak of their working careers now, so they're both very, very energetic and they love doing shows.
How do you train them?
Well, when they're puppies, the first thing is, just like all dogs at home, you just get them to be nice and obedient. You teach them to sit, and then you, after a while, you just teach them to be able to come towards you. And as they get a little bit older, we put them in a round yard with some sheep and we teach them to move in different directions then. But we're relying all the time on the instinct of the dogs. So that's the main thing.
How long do they take to train?
Okay, what a good question. Now, each dog is a little bit different, but normally between 4 to 6 months, and you have a dog that's pretty trained up then.
What do sheep think of?
Well, they're not scared of them, but they have respect for them. So when the dog comes near them, they just get in a nice little mob and then they move away from the dogs.
Then a quick stop to hang with some wild lorikeets.
Now lorikeet training.
So Footloose is a rainbow lorikeet and she is a very special bird. She was actually brought in to us by a member of the public. And she had a few little injuries, so she spent some time in the hospital, and while she was in the hospital, we realised that she had actually imprinted on people, so she wasn't able to be released back into the wild. So we've taught her a few behaviours, like how to wave, and also some natural behaviours as well, like how to hang upside down, which lorikeets do a lot in the wild when they're feeding on the flowers. And you might be able to see she has a very special tongue, like a little brush on the end, that helps her to get into all of those little nooks and crannies of the flowers and eating all of the nectar and pollen from in there. And then she can also fly as well. Would you like to see her fly? Footloose!
How long do they take to train?
It can take a short amount of time, or it can take a long amount of time depending on what you're trying to teach her. So for example, with the spin command, she learnt really, really quickly because she was just following the syringe around in a circle at the start. And then we slowly took the syringe away and just started using our voice. So that one she learned in a day. But things like wings, it's taking her a little bit longer because it's a little bit more tricky to do.
Finally, things really get wild.
Hey kids, my name's Beck. I'm a zookeeper here at Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary, and I've got the beautiful desert dingo Tanamai with me today to show you guys.
What's the difference between dingoes and dogs?
There are a few differences, so bear with me. The first main thing is probably that dingoes are a type of wild dog. So all of you guys know about the wolf? So the dingo is a wild dog, a little bit like the wolf. So they're a bit different to our domesticated dogs that we keep as pets due to their behaviour. So they're a little bit cautious and wary of things they're not too used to. All dingoes are like that. And they don't always want to be around people and have the attention and affection from people. So that's something that makes them quite different from pet dogs as well. When they communicate with each other, they don't bark like a dog, but they howl like a wolf. So they're the main differences.
Is there a different breed of dingo?
Not everyone realises this, but dingoes can have different coat colours depending on the different environments that they live in here in Australia. So they are still all dingoes in the same species or breed, but Tanami here is what we call a desert dingo. You can see the beautiful ginger colour in her coat. In some of our snowy areas, they can be white or cream in colour, and in some of our more tropical areas, they can have black mixed in with that ginger, or sometimes they're completely black all over. So they can have different coat colours, but they are still all just dingoes.
How many dingoes get born?
How many dingoes can get born when they have a litter? It's around 8, I think. So they can have up to about 8 dingoes in a litter. Tanami actually lives here at Lone Pine with her brother Simpson, so they were from the same litter and they both live here with us. So with Tanami here, because she is a tame dingo that has been born in captivity and living here at Lone Pine since she was a little puppy, we are able to interact with her and give her some pats. If you saw a dingo out in the wild though, would you try to pat it? No, that's right. So remember that wild dingoes is something that you do need to respect as a wild animal and stay a safe distance away from. But with Tanami here, you're welcome to give her a pat. She likes it best along her back, so you're very welcome to see how soft she is.
What a whipper of a dirt spoon.
Koala cuddles.
Crazy dog.
Lorikeets and dingoes.
Thanks so much to Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary.
We want you to be a part of Juice TV. We're always on the lookout for hosts, interviewers, behind-the-scenes helpers, and mini producers. You can be any age, you don't have to have any experience. How much easier could it be? To find out the next time we're filming at the hospital, just head to our website, juicedtv.com.au, or our Facebook page. For loads of fun to break up your stay in hospital, join the Juice crew. Send us an email at hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to any of the volunteers wearing green shirts throughout the hospital and let them know you want to be involved in the one and only Juice TV.
Those animals were awesome, but one of the best things about this country is the people. Speaking of great people, Max is getting ready to take on one of Queensland's greatest.
That was the interviewer.
Max, how are you feeling in the lead up to this massive interview with this boxing champion?
Well, you know, I feel that I'm ready. Over the past 4 years, I've been training with Juice TV, and I feel that everything I've done has led me up to this.
Max, Steph from the Juice Journal here. We spoke to Jeff earlier in the week, and he wasn't convinced you've got the moves with the mic to handle this interview. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'd say Jeff hasn't watched Juice TV over the past 4 years, because if he had, he'd know that I've been knocking out interviews left, right and centre, and this one's going to be just like the others.
The only thing that's going to be knocked out is the batteries in that microphone when you drop it.
It's Jeff Horn!
I've seen your work. I've seen your Bridge to Brisbane interview. Where do you go from there? What's left in the tank after you've given it all you've got? Nothing.
You're all talk on, and you're going to be talking right into this mic after I show you my maestro moves.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event of the evening. We are live at the Queensland Children's Hospital, where tonight host and talent will clash. In the red corner, he is the fighting pride of Australia, Jeff Horn. In the blue corner, the master of the microphone, Max.
Juice TV fans, here we go.
So, Horn, what's your favourite Harry Potter character?
Harry Potter.
Oh, mine too. What's your favourite song on Taylor Swift's new album?
All of them.
A well-dodged question there by Jeff Horn.
What have been the highlights of your career?
The 2012 Olympic Games, the fight with Manny Pacquiao at Suncorp Stadium, and knocking out Mundine.
Of course.
What about you? What are your achievements?
Nice response, Jeffy. You know, I've had a lot of achievements. I've been skydiving, I've knocked out the bridge to Brisbane 6 times, but nothing's better than getting the Juice TV 2018 Hall of Fame award. I heard you used to be a teacher, so how'd you get into boxing?
Self-defense and preparing myself for the real world.
Hold on a minute, it looks like Max is utilizing the distraction tactic.
What is it like to be on the world stage, and how do you stay focused when an entire crowd is screaming your name?
Many hours of visualization and training hard.
This interview is really starting to heat up.
What does it take to become a world champion?
Many hours of hard work, hard training, eating right and believing in yourself.
Beach or pool?
What's your favourite song?
How many Olympics do you do?
Chocolate or lollies?
Milo first or milk first?
Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
And there's the bell to end the round. Some hard-hitting questions were exchanged in that bout. Both competitors are looking really fatigued here.
Those questions are intense.
This could all come down to one final question.
I got something special left up my sleeve. You're an Aussie legend. So I gotta know, how thick do you like your Vegemite spread on toast?
Thinly spread right to the crust. No.
You'd expect that from someone who doesn't have a thick spread.
He's done it! It's all over! This place is going wild! Max has won the interview with a knockout question to the Hornet.
Max, I've got to give it to you. You had some powerful questions there. I didn't see half of them coming. You are the best interview ever.
A wonderful display of sportsmanship by this true Australian legend. We have witnessed something special here tonight.
Oh, Jeff, what can I say? It was so much fun, and it was truly an honor to step into that interviewing ring with you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Great work, Max. That was epic. In fact, I'd say this whole episode was the bee's knees, the cat's pyjamas, the duck's guts. You beaut, that's all the Aussie slang for amazing. That's all the Aussie awesomeness we have for you today on Juice TV. I'm Darcy, catch ya, bye. You'd be living in the country where you get to have many...
Many hours of hard work, hard training.
What's your name?
He's the only one in the country. Can't remember what I was going to say.
Yeah, Max, I've seen you at work. I've seen you...
The guts ducks. The ducks.
The ducks, yeah.
Remember guys, it's so easy to be a part of Juice TV. Whether you want to be a host, help us out behind the scenes with filming, or decide what goes into each episode. Let us know you want to be involved by sending an email to hello@juicetv.com.au or speak to one of the friendly volunteers throughout the hospital in the green shirts. Also head to our website and Facebook page for all the updates about what we're filming at the hospital.